Hello, everybody out there in the land of make-believe. Uncle Barko here, and this is my ongoing series about the day in the life of a working artist. It is Thursday, and I've got Monday through Wednesday already done. Got a little playlist put together. You're gonna click the playlist. Watch them all, and while you're down there, like and subscribe. Subscribe if you would, and because I've got I think like 60, less than 60 subscribers, so I'd like to get it up to 1,000. If I get it up to 500, then I get YouTube gives me a little community bulletin board I can do some stuff on, and then after 1,000, I can do live streams and stuff like that. I've been thinking about doing Twitch. Twitching? I've been thinking about twitching. Is that what you call it? Twitching? Yeah, so I've been thinking about when I'm doing my art just to get kind of a live stream going and talk to folks who are artists who have questions about doing art and stuff like that. So, I don't know. As you can tell, I'm a little old for the twitching. I'm a little too old to twitch. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get around to that. Right now I need to just concentrate. There's a lot of stuff I need to do to market myself, to showcase my art, to get seen by the public. Twitch is one way. Instagram I've been using. I don't know. It seems like Instagram is a waste of time. And there's a way to post stuff on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. But the platforms are completely different. So if I want to post a long video or something like that, or a picture that's not perfectly square, then it's not going to go up on Instagram like it does on Facebook. So then I end up having to post separately, and I get all of my traffic from Facebook. I've got a website, and you can look on your website and see where your traffic's coming from. And when I was with Etsy, which I'm not recommending. We could talk about Etsy. If you've got questions about Etsy, I'll do a whole Etsy thing. I do recommend Etsy as a way to get into learning how to market yourself, learning search engine optimization, tags, upload, how to list items, stuff like that. It's all very complicated and it's not intuitive. And if you're an artist, you're like, I want to sell my stuff, and then you get to these platforms like I'm using Shopify, it can be very confusing. And with Etsy, who takes all your money, they take all your money. They take all your money. I don't care what anybody says. They're going to take a huge chunk of your money, but there's little to no upfront cost. You can make your shop free, and you can upload you can list an item for like 20 cents, something like that. I haven't done it in a while, but last time it was like 20 cents. And so if you're just getting into it, that's a great place to start because you can learn a lot, but they're going to take all your money. They're going to take all your money. And you're working for them. You got to do it. I won't get it. I'll do a whole video on it if anybody is interested in that. Down in the comments, tell me you want to know more. But it is a great place to learn because you spend 20 cents and then you learn all of the SEO and all that stuff. So once I figured that out, I moved to my own platform. I moved to a Shopify platform. And the reason being was, to get back to what my original thought was, that you can look at your analytics and see where your traffic is coming from. And when I went to my Etsy shop and looked at my analytics, all of my traffic was coming from my Facebook store. Very little was actually coming from Etsy. None of the Etsy shoppers were buying anything. The only sales I was making were people who were coming in. They were going to my Facebook page, seeing my stuff, going from my Facebook page, clicking a link to my Etsy shop, and then buying stuff. So all of my sales were organic. All the traffic for my sales was organic from my Facebook shop. So even having the huge Etsy marketplace with all of their customers didn't help me at all. I figured since I was pushing all my own traffic, Etsy wasn't doing nothing for me. So I opened a Shopify site. Now the Shopify site is, I think it's like $40 a month. So that's a higher price on my overhead. and I got to do that every month, and I don't make sales every month, so a lot of times it's just a loss. But I'd rather have barkotoyco.com and a place where people can go that's all mine. I don't have to deal with any of the weird Etsy rules, and could just pretty much work for myself. So there's that. What was the point? Oh, the point was driving traffic and getting followers. So the point is subscribe. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. Makes me happy. So if you click the subscribe button, it's interactive. Me here at home, I'll go like this. Oh, hey, look at that. I got a subscriber. Hi, subscriber. So, hey, that'll make me happy. So subscribe is what I'm saying. Okay, so Thursday. I get now these things. I'm doing Thursdays, but I end up talking about that. I do a particular day, but I end up talking more about the day before. So what are we up to at this point? So I'm making a coloring book / I'm making a full color book / coloring book. So this is going to be a full color book with a variant that people can color in. It's an illustrated thing. Now conceptually I've had it going for a long time. I think I got the first idea for it in 2015. So this has been waiting for a while, but I'm just getting to a point now where I got all the tools I need to make something that looks professional, and the skills to use those tools. So I think that now's the time to do it. So I started last week with the cover. I got the cover done. I was pretty happy with that. It had some issues. I did page 1. When I got done with page 1, wasn't happy with it at all. Had to do a bunch of work on it. That's what I was talking about yesterday. So all day yesterday, I probably put up to like 8 hours into redoing the drawing. So I had to take the original drawing, and I was making enough changes that I couldn't use it at all. So I put that in the background of my program, and I traced over the stuff that I could use, but I still had to redraw everything. So that took a considerable amount of time. And then I made a few changes. So I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to just bring it up here. Hey, editor. That's me. I do all my editing. So over here, okay, so this is the original drawing. This is what I had sketched out a long time ago, 2015. And that was just a one-off. That was just an idea I had. I drew it up with no intention, just to have it, just to get the concept on paper. And so now that I'm working on this whole project, I have at least 30 pages. Let's look up like 35 pages of ideas for this project. So I took the original, and then I redrew it yesterday so that it would fit in the format and the style of this illustrated book I'm working on. So I got done with it, didn't like it, put it online, got a lot of suggestions from people about how to change it, so I made some changes. Here's the new version, and you can see that I tipped over the stool, right? Because clearly it needed to be tipped over. In the original, it was tipped over, and then when I was doing this, I thought it'd just be easier to have it standing up. It was just easier to draw that way, and but then when I was looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it definitely needs to be kicked over. So I kicked it over. I also, on the clown, you can see that the lines on the outside are thicker than they were on the original, and then I did a lot of the detail work in the background and the floor with a smaller line. So that made a big difference. This is little subtle things like that. And that seemed to work out. That worked out okay. Then I changed the color palette completely. And but the big difference is that, at least for me, I know there are a lot of changes that make the entire image better, but the big change for me was I was using an airbrush tool. I work digitally, and so it wasn't a real airbrush, of course, but I was using an airbrush tool to do the shading, and there's a lot of gradation to it. There's a lot of variation to it, and it just didn't look slick. So I changed that. I'm just using a flat brush for doing the shading, and that's a layer that I put over all of the other layers. Actually, I put it in between the line drawing and all the color layers. truthfully. And then I used, in this case, I used just a flat paintbrush tool to paint in the shading, and then change the that layer from an opaque layer to I'm going to call it a filter. It's not really, that's not what they call it, but it's I turned the layer into a filter so that you could see the stuff behind it, and I used I think I used the hard light filter, so it basically just changes it from an opaque image into a shadowy image that you can see through. So with the airbrush technique, it's kind of gloppy and dark, and I really couldn't get control of it. And so when I use this flat brush, it's flat. There's shading where there's shading, and there's no shading where there isn't shading. So, and I'm really happy with that. Now I'm going to go back today. I need to do. There's several things that I need to do just to fix it up a little bit better, and then I should be done. I should be done with this page today, but on the cover page, I used the airbrush technique to do shading, and now they don't match. The cover page doesn't match the first page, and so that doesn't work. I want to have the same style all the way through. So once I'm done with this page 1 today, then I'm going to go back to the cover. I'm going to have to go in, and I'm pretty sure I still have it all in layers. I have to go in, remove the shading layers, and there's some highlights too, so I have to remove the shading and highlight layers and then redo them both with the flat paintbrush instead of the airbrush tool. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'm caught up on just about everything else that I need to do. Again, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, all I do is art, and then and tomorrow, I'm not going to do any art. I've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of plans in the works, and of course, we'll get to that tomorrow. But for today, I can just concentrate completely on this one project. So that's what I'm going to do. She-Hulk just came out today. Been looking forward to that, and the spoilers are all over the internet, so I got to watch that today. So I am going to pop me on some She-Hulk. I think there's 4 episodes out right now, and work on my page 1, and then when I got page 1 completely finished, exactly how I want it to look on the publication when it's printed out, then I'm going to go back to fix up the cover page, and that should take me, I don't know if it'll take me all day. I might get onto doing page 2, or I've got a couple of little things that just going on in my head that I might want to try to sketch out. And that's the thing, is that just because I'm working on this one project doesn't mean I'm not having ideas for all kinds of other stuff. I'm constantly thinking up little ideas, and a lot of them are crap, and I don't know until I jot them down. And so yeah, likely today what I'll do is I'll finish page 1, I'll fix the cover page, and then I'll work on some ideas, some little things. I'm trying to work on a comic strip called Simple. Let me throw up one of those. There you go. That's my comic strip. That's my comic strip. It's called Simple. I think you can figure out why. And you guys have questions about that comic strip, let me know, and I'll do an episode just about that. But that is, that's what I'm working on. I might try to figure out some ideas for the comic strip, and who knows. And I got to get ready for tomorrow, because I've got riding to do tomorrow on my my e-bike, so I'm going to have to make sure my e-bike's ready to ride, get that thing charged up and everything. And then tomorrow's Friday, which is no art day, and Monday I did art. Like I said, I did art on Monday, which is no art day, and it caused me a lot of problems. But tomorrow I'm not going to be able to do any art because I have all kinds of other stuff planned. I might end up, there's a couple of weird things going on. There's like a light art show. I forget exactly what it's called. There you go. There you go. There, now you know what it's called. But I might go to that. That's going on tonight and tomorrow. And then also in Seattle is the Comic-Con, Emerald City Comic-Con. So I don't have tickets, but I like hanging out in the lobby and looking at all the costumes because that's fun. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do the light thing tomorrow and the Comic-Con on Saturday. I'm not sure yet, but I'd like to hit them both. But they're in opposite directions, and I don't have a car, so I gotta charge up my bike, and I gotta figure out how to get to where I'm going and all that stuff. So stay tuned for tomorrow, and hit the bell notification so that you get the thing that says that I've uploaded the stuff. Because why not? Why not just do it? Just do it. Come on. Come on. Okay, that's it. And as always, until next time, art is 10% vision and 90% remembering what your particular vision is. So never forget, always remember your vision. Barko out.